Alright, I've been saving a variety of bottle tops. HDPE, recycling logo number 2. And I'm going to attempt to figure out what I can do with it. By saying that I mean, for example, I want to get one bottle lid. I've saved one just here, the rest I've cut ready. So I want to figure out, once this is melted down, what sort of, for example, cubic area I get. I'm going to get this into a cube, melt it down, try and get it into a cube and figure out what sort of size it's going to give me per bottle top. And I've dropped it. But I'm preheating the oven to, well, I've put it on 170, just under 180, see what I do. Any more than that and the plastic could actually burn and give off toxic fumes, which we don't want. I've got some wire there as well, some other lids, and also a milk bottle. I attempted to shred it through a paper shredder. It didn't quite work, but it looks cool. And it's made it easier to use. Got some random green ones here, some white ones, and then all milk bottle tops. I'm going to start off with making a square out of this, like I say, see what size I get. And I'm tempted to do the milk bottle and see what sort of size I get. Because what I want to do eventually is make my own sheets, for example, into like this chopping board, recycle bottle tops, milk bottles, and make my own HDPE boards to then use on the CNC. So I want to wait for this to heat up, drop a bottle top in of each. I think I'm going to put one of each in. And dark green milk bottle, and these are bottle ones, these white ones. And then I might even put this in, but I'll do that separate, and then see what each one of these give me. And I'll get back to you. The oven's now warm, so got some grease proof paper. What I'm going to do is just put that on there. Get that bottle top. Get one of these. There's a few different ones in there, but I'm going to take just that one. They look about the same size. And then one of these. And see what happens. I'm going to give it 2 minutes time and keep checking it after 2 minutes. 2 minutes, 2 minutes, and then try and mould it into a shape as it's melting. Preferably a square, so then I can figure out what sort of size I'm going to get per bottle top. So, see how we get on. I had 2 minutes, I opened it up and the small bottle caps were both kind of melted. Not perfect, the one wasn't even touched, so I chucked it back in for 2 minutes, opened it. The milk bottle cap hadn't really changed, so I chucked it back in for another 2 minutes, opened it, and there was all like a nice molten plastic. So after 6 minutes it was pretty much all nice molten plastic. And I started to mould the milk bottle top into a square. Did attempt to do the other ones, but they started to cool down by the time I was doing this, because it's hot plastic, you don't want to be touching hot plastic. So I'm going to leave that to cool a bit more. It's not a perfect square, but it will give me an idea. And then while these was out, I did try, like I say, get them into a square, but they cooled down, so they're back into a lump. So they're going to need at least another 2 minutes to get more molten again, so I could try and shape them into a square. So we'll give them a bit longer and see how we get on. Alright, it's been another couple of minutes. All looking a bit melted again. Looks like paint. So, what I've been doing, trying on the tray, which is going to be hard with the camera, and just use a palette knife, which I'm going to put the camera down to do, and I'll get back to you. Alright, we've got 3 squares. Not the best, but it's kind of hard work, somewhat small, no mould or anything. So what I'm going to do is leave these to cool, and then come back and measure them and see what we'll get on average. per one. Like I say, this for example might be a centimetre square, which means 10, will give me a 10 centimetre by 1 centimetre by 1 centimetre bar, for example. So it's all about knowing how many bottle tops I need to, say, make a 5mm sheet that's A4. So I'll let these shrink and cool, and I'll get some basic measurements. Right, it's been an hour at least, and they're all cool and rock hard, and I'm going to see what they are. So we've got average of that, there's a little bit of gap there, it's 13, oops, 13.1, let's make sure I get the right side again, 12.3, and flip it, is that right? Yeah. 13, so I've ended up with about, well, 13mm square on the white one. I'd reduce that slightly just because it's not square. I'd probably go more 12. Just check that again. So that way, oops, start again. That way, 12.9. That way, 12.6. Top to bottom. Yeah, it's getting confusing. 12, so I'll say that's like a 12 centimetre square. Just be safe, this one. It's awkward. Again, I've got 12.4. 12.7. And the height, bear with me. 10.4, so we've got 10, 12, 12, so we could easily say that's 11mm square average. And then this one, let's get on the flat a bit, 16, 16, and top to bottom. I didn't do bad, quite square. So I'd say that's about 15, 16mm square. So now I know that, I can work out an average. For example, what did we say this was? About 12, 11, 5, and I think it was about 10, wasn't it? So we could even just say that's 10. So if I wanted to create a 10 centimetre square that was 1 centimetre thick, then I need 100 lids. So, right. Anyway, I'll leave you with that boring knowledge. But to me, it's very knowledgeable, very interesting. And it's information I can work with.